Hey y'all, it's Katie. Welcome back to From My Vanity and welcome to a recap of my top 10 indie brands I want to try in 2018. I did this video a year ago. I can have a link down below if you want to go watch it and if you want to see a very pregnant version of myself with both my kids. I get really chubby in the face, so I watched that video this morning. I was like, oh yes, you were pregnant when you recorded that. So anyway, it was a fun trip down memory lane looking at the brands that I said I wanted to try this year and then also kind of seeing what I said about them. And I thought it'd be fun to just go ahead and do a recap video and share with you guys what brands I did try, what brands I never got around to, and my thoughts, just a little bit of my thoughts on each of the products that I did try, because I'm pretty sure for all the products that I did try, I've reviewed them. So I'll leave everything linked down below and kind of give you like a short summary of my thoughts and reviews for each of the products. Samantha March is the one who inspired and started this whole try so many in this year. For this upcoming year, I do plan to do this video again, but I probably won't be sharing it until into January. We'll see how filming goes. I'm pretty behind on trying to get my videos up, so that definitely might be one that I wait and record and put up for you guys sometime in January, since it'll be more applicable then, and right now I'm going to try to focus on like the end of the year stuff. I just want to share that real quick. I will have an updated video for the new year. It's just going to take a little while, but today I want to share with you guys and give a recap on all the products that I said I wanted to try and my thoughts on it. Alright, so the first one that was definitely on my list was Jouer Cosmetics. I have been eyeing that brand for a while before I even started my channel, and it was just one that I really wanted to try, and I did actually get to try them this past year, more than I had anticipated actually. So I think I technically started trying them at the end of 2017, because I did purchase a bunch of stuff during their Black Friday sale haul, but I feel like I didn't start trying it until the end of the year or into the new year, something like that. So I just roped it all together. But I did buy a bunch of their stacks. I bought 3 stacks, I think, let's see if I can remember these. I'm so bad at remembering. I think this is like the rust stack. I think this with this silver is the haze stack, and then this cool tone, what is it called? I'm so bad at remembering. Love 6 stack, that's what these are. So I did purchase these before they ever came out with all the palettes this past year. Purchased them, tried them. I really like them. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but mostly like this part of the palette, but mostly because of the colors. They're just not something I'm typically drawn to. The purples, the cool tones, the grays. But this side, I love. These mattes from the Rust Stack blend almost unspeakably well. Like I remember using them, blending the mattes together, and it was just so effortless. They're so creamy. They're so pigmented. I never have any problems with skipping, patchiness. They're just beautiful. These shimmers as well are a very soft texture. They're not my favorite shimmers just because they are that really, I don't know, they're very intense, but they're also very soft. So they're like crumbly when you apply them. Like as I'm doing this, there's a lot of fallout happening, but they're extremely pretty and easy to apply with a brush. I just, whenever I use them, I try to make sure I'm using a pretty sticky base just to make sure there's not a ton of fallout and messiness on my face, but they're gorgeous. I can't recommend them enough. I know people are really off-put by the fact that they're stacks, but I think, especially this Rust Stack, like it gives you staple neutral colors. I think it's totally worth the purchase. And then this past year, as you guys know, the Gemini palette came out, and I mean, I had to get this palette. I wasn't really into it for this side of the palette just because I feel like it was a bit of a repeat since I had the Rust Stack. But this side, this is just like my name all over it. I was all about it. And while I do think, especially if we just talk about the neutral side, comparing it to the stacks, I think the stack formula is better. These still blend very nice. They're still extremely creamy. They still look amazing on your eyes and are easy to work with, but if I sit there and compare the two, and if I sit there and remember how applying each of them, how easy it was, how it felt, whatnot, I still feel like the melt stacks are a bit creamier. But even with that said, while these don't like blow my socks off, they're very easy to work with. I love them. The greens, obviously, I love. I will say though that Leo is tough to work with. It's definitely one that I tend to use in my crease so that I can blend it in, and then if there are any patchiness, I kind of take Fire OG over it and just blend it all out, since these two are pretty close in color, but they work together. Leo is just a bit skippier, but I still get them to work. I just think that this type of green as a color is extremely difficult to create. I have no idea how to create eyeshadows. I have no idea the science behind it, but just from my experience with trying a bunch of greens, I feel like green in and of itself, like the green shadow, is a bit tricky, and then this specific type of green is very tricky. So just something to mention and throw out there, but overall I absolutely love this palette, and it's one that I'm never going to get rid of. I love the packaging on the outside. I love the color selection on the inside, even though I do wish that they would have put one more green in here, but I really do love these browns because even while they are a neutral side of the palette, they're still pretty darn unique, especially these two shades. I feel like were pretty unique to my collection, so I really do like that. Overall, I tried Melt this past year. Absolutely love the products that I tried. Oh, I did also try a eyeliner. I did not like that. I did not find it super pigmented. It was an orange type of eyeliner that's over there, and I'm not getting up right now, so I can't tell you what it is. I'm sorry. It was a type of orangey brownish, I think, and it was just wasn't super pigmented. It didn't, you know, go on extremely nice, especially for the price. I would just pass on that, but the eyeshadows are where it's at. Okay, so the next brand that I said I wanted to try was Bakerie. And this one I also tried, actually 2 products I think from them. Yeah, I tried a palette and a liquid lipstick. So let's talk about the liquid lipstick real quick because I'm pretty sure it's already gone because I did not like it. I will have it linked down below, my video where I reviewed it and talked about my experience with it, but it was not pretty. I'm pretty sure I even put a clip of me like in the video. I did a demo really up close to my lips and I like pressed my lips together and then I tried to like separate them and the lipstick was just like sticking my lips together and it was like really hard to separate them. So I did not like the liquid lipstick. But with that said, I've only tried a very, very pale nude, so maybe the other colors are nicer, but that pale nude was very sheer, extremely sticky, and not comfortable at all. So that's my only experience with the lipsticks. I'm kind of scared to try anymore, but their eyeshadow palette, the Do It For The Gram eyeshadow palette, was a really cute palette that I did enjoy. It's definitely a more unique palette because when you look at this, like when I first looked at this, it was kind of like, what do I create? There's a lot of shimmer in this palette going on. There really is only these 2 mattes here and then these 2 mattes here. So I took this with me on a trip on vacation and I felt a little limited, but I feel like if I had another palette sitting, like if I was here at my house and I could grab for other things, I would have a lot more fun creating looks with all these shimmers up here because the shimmers are really pretty and a lot of them are very duochromatic. Like this looks very green in the pan, but you use it and it's that kind of brown oil slick looking color. This looks very like almost like a gray in the pan, but actually it's got like a blue purple shift to it. Can't really see it that well. And this also kind of just looks like a straight up true blue, but you actually use it and it's actually like a purple blue. A lot of very unique shades in here and that it kind of threw me for a loop because I would go and be like, oh, I want to use this blue on my look today, and then I would end up with a purple look. So definitely something to be aware of, but with that said, I do think it's very nice. All my memories and all the, in my head, all the looks that I created with it, I remember really enjoying them, thinking they were really fun and unique. Definitely a lot of shimmer and reflectiveness on these shades up here, and then the mattes are really nice. I don't have a clean finger to swatch them, but this one is really bright. I do wish that they didn't just stick a bright orange in here to pair with all of these. I wish there was, like I said, more mattes in it, but that really is the only thing. And trying this definitely makes me want to try more from Bakerie, and as they come out with more palettes, I feel like I can safely recommend for you to try out their eyeshadows because this formula is really nice and I did enjoy it. Definitely will be trying more from Bakerie in the future, and I can definitely recommend. I think this is a permanent now. If this is permanent, I recommend it if you are good with using more than one palette at the same time and can bring in other colors to complete looks. I think you'd be really happy with the looks you could create with these more duochromatic shadows. Okay, next up was Rani Cosmetics, and I did end up trying Rani Cosmetics, and I just got one thing from her. It was her liquid lipstick in the shade Henna. Now this is a metallic liquid lipstick, and while I really enjoy Ishani and I love that she started a brand, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little like not as excited as I wish I could be because both of her lipstick formulas are like shimmer. So I wasn't super excited to get a, to be trying it, but when she had a sale, I did pick one up, and it's right here. And as you can see, like, I'm happy I did because while it is, what is it even called? It's called a sparked dazzling liquid lipstick, which kind of scared me because I was thinking metallic liquid lips. As you can see, like, you really don't see that. When it dries down and as it wears away, I can start to see the shimmer that's happening. But honestly, like when you wear it and when you look at yourself in the mirror and catch your reflection, you don't see like sparkle. You see a matte liquid lipstick, and the wear time on this was really nice. It didn't wear away like super gracefully like some liquid lipsticks that I own, and as I eat it just kind of fades gracefully kind of as a whole. This more so, you can see it fading at the inner rim, which is pretty typical for liquid lipsticks, but it gave that like really hard line that just the more you ate, the more wear that happened, it just kind of came down farther. So it wasn't my favorite for the gracefulness aspect of it, but overall it was a very comfortable liquid lipstick. I enjoyed the color that I got with it, and I really enjoyed the very subtle sheen that having that kind of sparkle in it gave without being like metallic liquid lipsticks. So I did enjoy it. I am happy to own it, and I am super happy to support Ishani. I am excited to see what else she comes out. I hope she will start coming out with eyeshadows because then I'll be even more excited. It is a really solid product. Has a really solid formula, and her packaging is pretty friggin' amazing because I put this in my purse. I have this rolling around in my drawers and stuff, and there is no wearing down of anything really. Like, you can still see the logo evidently, and you can still see the lace detail, which I think says a lot to the quality of her product because take ColourPop, for example. You throw that in your purse for one day and all the writing is gone. I think that is something to note with the quality of her product and the quality of her brand, is that it is very well made. Okay, next I wanted to try Jouer. I wanted to try Jouer Cosmetics, and I did purchase 3 liquid lipsticks, and oh my goodness, I was not a happy camper. I'll leave the link down below, as I've said, for anything that I've reviewed here on the channel. I'll leave the review link down below if you want more information, or if maybe I'm sounding a little vague or confusing. Check the links down below and check out the review, because I'm sure I went more in depth when I actually like tried it that past month and had it more in my memory, because sitting here is going off of memory right now. But oh my goodness, I did not like Jouer's liquid lipstick. It was extremely thick on my lips. It looked extremely dry and shriveled. Like, I know liquid lipsticks, matte liquid lipsticks, dry out your lips to an extent. Like, the lipstick I'm wearing today is pretty darn drying, but I feel like it doesn't look too bad. It feels a little dry, it feels a little tight and stuff like that, but the Jouer liquid lipsticks felt super tight, felt super thick on my lips, and then when you looked in the mirror, it looked like you were going like this. Like, all the lines were just standing out, even though I was like, had a normal face on. So I did not like that. It did not wear nicely. I'm pretty sure it even was like stick together. Like I said, check my review down below. But I just had such a bad experience with that one lipstick that I tried that I took the other 2 and I put them on my Poshmark to sell. I wasn't even going to open them, didn't even want to try them. I was turned off. So yeah, that was a big bummer. I feel so negative just kind of saying, nope, don't want to try it, but it wasn't good. And I feel like Jouer Cosmetics is so well known and talked about for their lipsticks, and maybe it's more for her glosses and stuff, but I kind of in my head had remembered it as liquid lipsticks. So now that I tried them and hated them, I'm kind of scared to try anything else. And to be honest, you know, her eyeshadow palettes don't really intrigue me at all. They're pretty, you know, low key. So I don't know. I was pretty bummed with my experience with her liquid lipsticks, and this kind of scared me off from trying anything else, but I can say sitting here at the end of 2018, I did try Jouer Cosmetics. Next up, I wanted to try Beauty Junkees, and this is actually something that I didn't get around to trying. I really wanted to try, I think they have makeup and brushes, but specifically I want to try their brushes. I hear such good things about Beauty Junkees brushes, and I wanted to get a couple and kind of compare like with Sigma and Beauty Junkees, because I feel like price-wise, they're around the same. I'm pretty darn sure. So I wanted to just kind of see and compare, because really I have a ton of Sigma. I feel like Sigma, Cosmetics, and Real Techniques are like the top tier. Oh, and Smashbox. Those are the ones that I have the most brushes of in my collection. So I just want to expand my horizon, try out a couple new brushes. Not that I need new brushes, but you know, I wanted to try some. And yeah, that was just one I never got around to. And it's probably a lot because I have to buy it from their website. And that's the thing with all these brands, like, it was kind of hurt to try them because I had to, like, pay for shipping, or I had to order a lot, so I got free shipping, and it wasn't just, like, easy peasy at Ulta kind of thing. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, I didn't try Beauty Junkees, but maybe I'll put it on my list to try in 2019 and try again. So Colored Raine was another one I wanted to try, and specifically I wanted to try the Queen of Hearts palette, and I was so excited when I finally did get a hold of the Queen of Hearts palette. Now, one thing I will say, I love this packaging. I think it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but it's a sleeve. Anytime I use this palette, it's so disappointing, and I'm the type of person that I don't keep the box that the eyeshadow palettes come in. I don't keep that kind of stuff, and I really want to throw this away because I don't need it if it's just sitting on my shelf. Like, I don't need a sleeve, but it's so pretty that I keep it around, and whenever I pull this out to look at it, or when I was using it, I get so frustrated when I had to take that sleeve off because, I don't know, it's just, I mean, not that this is ugly, but that's just so beautiful. I wish they had put it on the actual palette. Anyway, my griping aside, this palette is stunning. My favorite shade from this palette, shouldn't surprise you, but it is this orange up here. It is absolutely beautiful. I really did enjoy this, but with that said, I don't think I love it as much as everyone else loves it. And honestly, it might just be a color thing. Like, I mean, there's no denying that these eyeshadows are super creamy and super smooth. What else should I try? These. I'll just try a couple. I mean, they're so pretty. These two are the shimmers, and then these two are the mattes. They're really nice, really pretty. They blend really nicely together. I have no qualms, no issues with them. It's just a palette that I feel like I don't think about often because the colors are so like, there's a lot of neutrals and purples, and those two I'm just not really into right now. But I often think about going to that palette for that orange, which I think is really pretty. So yeah, definitely not my speed right now, but I can't fault it on the quality of the eyeshadows. I thought they were outstanding, and I think the color selection and like the color theory or the color story in here is really, really nice. So I'm very excited to finally say I own a colored Raine product. I haven't tried anything else from them, but I definitely would be interested in trying some of their other products, maybe their liquid lipsticks this next year. But yeah, overall, very excited to own this and have it added to my makeup collection. Okay, next up, I wanted to try SLMissGlam Beauty. Okay, so when I made that list last year of the top 10 brands I want to try, I knew SLMissGlam was expensive. But I don't think I realized how expensive, and I specifically don't think I realized that she sells most of her stuff in bundles. I'm trying to think, and I think maybe there was one or two brushes you could buy by itself, or maybe none at all, but for the most part, she just sells brush bundles. And at the time, I'm pretty sure when I was looking last year to purchase some, it was like towards the beginning of this year, we're still in 2018, Katie, I'm pretty sure the cheapest brush bundle was like $60, $70. That's a lot of money. So it was definitely a brand I was watching throughout the year 2018 and just going like I want to try them, they're so pretty, but like, that's expensive. And I don't know, I just kept kind of hemming and hawing, and then BoxyCharm rescued me because I tried SLMissGlam through BoxyCharm, but not even through BoxyCharm because I didn't get these in my box. I bought them off of Poshmark from someone else who got it in their BoxyCharm and sold it on Poshmark. So that's how I got these. And I think I got them for like $10, $12. They weren't that bad. I think they retailed for like $20, $30. I don't know. I remember looking up their prices. I'll have the BoxyCharm video where I reviewed these. I'll have that link down below. But I remember seeing the price for these two brushes and just going like, that's expensive. So now that I own them and I have them, I love them that they're like pretty. They have these little like jewel parts on it, but at the same time I'm like, let me put some bedazzling on my Real Techniques. Those are affordable. I mean, these do remind me of Sigma quality. They are really nice, but I think just having to buy them all together and not being able to kind of like pick and choose what brush you want, because I feel like with brush bundles, you always have a handful of brushes that you don't like or can't use. So whenever I was looking at her website trying to decide on the brush bundle to get, there was always like, oh, that's a brush I wouldn't use, that's a brush I wouldn't use, that's a brush I wouldn't use. And that kind of hurts because then I don't, you know, it makes me not want to purchase it because I'm spending so much money and like 3 or 4 brushes I don't really want. So I think that's why I have the most hesitation with this brand. So I hope maybe in the future she'll start to break it up and sell them individually. But with that said, I don't know, I feel like I could get the same quality of these brushes in Sigma, and Sigma has so many sales that I tend to get my eyeshadow brushes for like under $10. So I don't know. They were great. They were nice. I have had no issues with them, but they didn't blow my socks off, and they didn't like blow my socks off for the price. So with that in mind, these were just a so-so product. I do enjoy these. I'm not going to get rid of them anytime soon. They're definitely worth like the $10, $15 that I spent on Poshmark for them. But am I going to buy the $60 brush bundle or anything, or the $100 and something brush, the $120 something brush book? Probably not. Okay, so just to get 3 more, we got Saucebox Cosmetics was next, and I did not try them. No real reason why, except I feel like I didn't see much from them this year. Maybe a couple releases. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I remember, you know, eyeing all their products last year, and I think maybe it's because I started following Indie Makeup Spotlight on Instagram, and she has been sharing all these different brands, and either she didn't share much from Saucebox or they didn't release much from Saucebox. One of the two, something along those lines. I just didn't see much from them, and there were so many other brands coming out distracting me that I kept going like, oh, look at them, look at them. I bought from a bunch of new brands this year. You know, I had maybe Rani Cosmetics, what other Blush Tribe I tried this year. So I tried other brands, and I think I just forgot about / overlooked Saucebox. So I'll have to take a look at their website this year as I get ready for what I want to try for this upcoming 2019 and see if there's anything that interests me. But yeah, it's just, I forgot. And then I also had Paula's Choice Skincare. She usually has some makeup, or at least I shouldn't say usually. About a couple months before I made this video, I remember seeing she had a palette on there, and it was like a neutral palette, but I remember it being like 50 bucks. It was, you know, a decent sized palette, like Jouer Cosmetics, kind of their pro palettes, that style palette, or that size of a palette. I remember seeing that, and so when I was making my list, I was like, ooh, I'd love to try some of Paula's Choice makeup because I really love her skincare. But I just never got around to it because I remember one time, I forget when it was, a couple months ago, towards the middle of the year, I was like, let me go on their website and look at what they have. And they had a couple like face products, like maybe a liquid foundation. I know they had like a powder foundation, and then they had one like small tiny little like blush book, or kind of like a blush eyeshadow little palette, and like that was it. Like there wasn't much at all. So I have no idea if Paula's Choice is phasing out her makeup, or she just rotates through things real quick and never has anything permanent for very long. But when I saw that, I was kind of like, I'm not too into it anymore. I looked hard, and I was going to make an order for some skincare, so I was wanting to try to find something to buy, but I never really saw anything that interested me. So yeah, that's another one that I didn't get around to trying, and I don't think I'm going to try unless she comes back hard in 2019 with her makeup line. I kind of lost interest. Okay, so last up is NBA Cosmetics, and I did try NBA Cosmetics, was super excited to. I also got this palette from NBA Cosmetics. Tell me that's not a beautiful palette. Very nice. But I tried these products from NBA Cosmetics. I got some of them. Let's see, I got the glitters, and then this shade, this shade, and this shade. I got 3 of their regular eyeshadows, and then these 3 glitters. I got that as PR, and then I purchased the rest for myself, like after the fact and whatnot. And I love their eyeshadows, and I want to say they're like $4, $4.50. Really affordable. So I know ColourPop is affordable, but like NBA Cosmetics is even cheaper. And they have sales and coupon codes flying out there. Agape Love Girl always has a 15% off coupon. I'm not entirely sure. She has a coupon at all times with NBA Cosmetics. I can put on the screen here, and I can include it in the description box right below the link to their website. So you can always find it even cheaper. And $4.50 I feel like is super cheap to begin with. But anyway, their quality is really nice. This orange and this yellow I really like. This yellow is just so pretty. The orange also is really nice. They don't feel too dry. They blend really nice. And then these more, I don't even know what they're shimmers. So pretty. I like these kind of mossy colors. I got a lot of greens from them because I was trying to find dupes, sorry, for the Gemini palette before it became permanent. But really pretty. I had really great experience with it. I definitely highly recommend their regular eyeshadows, their matte and their shimmers. There we go. Really nice, really pretty. I had a lot of great experience with it, and definitely a brand that I'm going to be buying more shadows from in the future. And if I'm ever in the mood to like dupe a palette or just try to find a specific color, NBA Cosmetics is definitely going to be one that I turn to see if they have the color for me. Their glitter shadows, I think they're called like chromolites. I can't even remember. These, I don't feel like picking them up and popping my nails off. I just put them on. But anyway, these shadows right here, I'm not as into them. I just like my Stila Glitter and Glows because they're easy. They already have the liquid in them, so I just pat them on and I'm done. These are just a little bit more of a handful because you have to get some type of glitter glue, and you have to try to lay it down just so and pack it on and make them not look too. It's just more of a hassle, and then removing them is also more of a hassle for me than the Stila Glitter and Glows. So for me, I don't think I'd ever purchase any more. I feel like I'm set with this variety. I wish I would have gotten one that was more gold, and then I wouldn't need to buy any, but I'm not going to buy any more because I don't like the formula. I'll just buy a Stila Glitter and Glow that is gold, and I'll be set. But they are fun. I mean, I used them several times in videos, and I thought the eye looks always looked very fun, sparkly, and gorgeous, but they're just more of a hassle than I care to. So that's definitely something I'm not going to be repurchasing. But these singles, their mattes and their shimmers, definitely recommend and definitely will be purchasing more of in the future. Okay, so there you have it. That is my roundup of all the products that I wanted to try in 2018. I tried 7 out of 10. I feel like that's pretty good. I did pretty good. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get to hit at least one product from them all, but it's okay. I had picked 10. I feel like that was a little adventurous of me, but I wanted a even number, and I wanted to try more than 5, so I was like, let's just do 10. This next year, I'm going to just be doing 9 in 2019, but I feel like this year is definitely one that I could probably exceed 9 because there are so many new indie brands that I have learned about this past year that I'm super excited to try. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about all the brands that I tried to try this past year and my thoughts on the products when I actually did get to try them. One thing I do want to note, if you do go back and watch that video that I did last year, when I was talking about Milk Cosmetics, because I was watching this morning and I just had to chuckle. I was talking about Milk Cosmetics stacks and I was saying like, oh, you know, their little, what is it called? Like the neon stack. I can't remember. Radioactive, whatever it's called, like the 4 colorful stack, that one. I was talking about it and saying like, even that, like it's super pretty, but that's expensive to buy on colors that I wouldn't really wear that often because they're so bright and colorful. And I just had to laugh because I feel like since then, I have made such a change in my eyeshadow preference and like my color preference because I've definitely gotten a ton more colorful on my channel. If you go look back on like the start of my YouTube channel, the first, I don't know, 10, 20, the first couple months, like I was pretty darn neutral, except for like one very green colorful look, but I like neutral in very soft colors or just soft browns, whatever, that was my comfort zone. And then, I don't know, 2018 hit and I was just like color, 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 color. And here I am at the end of the year having all sorts of crazy color on my eyes today as I go to Walmart with my kids. But anyway, I thought that was funny. I had a chuckle and I thought I just had to share just how my preferences have changed, and that's pretty cool. And I'm curious to see next year when I sit down, or yeah, next year at the end of 2019, when I sit down to do a recap of the brands I'm doing in 2019, which I haven't even, this is all sorts trippy, I haven't even recorded that or published it for you guys, but you know, next year, when I sit down and recap over the year, I wonder like how my makeup is going to change or my makeup preferences is going to change even more. So that's always kind of neat to think about. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below if you tried any of these brands and what your experiences were with them. But yeah, that's going to do it. I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.